These new videos, Creepy 2's, will cover 2 creepy events from unsolved mysteries to conspiracy theories. There is nothing I won't elaborate on, and of course each video will be fact-based as much as is possible for these types of events and stories. With that said, let's begin. Number 1. Disappearance of Anne Marie Burr. Anne Marie, born December 14, 1952, disappeared August 31, 1961. She was an American child who vanished under mysterious circumstances from her home in the North End section of Tacoma, Washington. Burr's disappearance made national news headlines for years. Her case received renewed attention when it was theorized that serial killer Ted Bundy, who lived in Tacoma as a teenager at the time, might have been responsible for her abduction. The first of 4 children of a middle-class Catholic family, Burr was raised in Tacoma alongside her 3 siblings. On the night of August 30th, 1961, Burr went to sleep in an upstairs bedroom of the family's home, which she shared with her 3-year-old sister. At some point during the evening, Burr awoke her mother, Beverly, notifying her that her younger sister, recovering from a broken arm, was crying. After comforting the 3-year-old, Beverly put both girls back to bed. At approximately 5:30 a.m. on August 31st, the family realized that Anne was no longer in her bedroom. Searches of the home revealed that the front door had been left ajar, a living room window open, and Anne nowhere to be found. Burr's disappearance sparked a significant manhunt, utilizing soldiers from nearby Fort Lewis as well as members of the United States National Guard. Though several individuals were considered potential suspects in the years immediately following the disappearance, none led to Burr's recovery. After Bundy was apprehended in 1978, he was considered a suspect when it was revealed that Bundy, aged 14 in 1961, had lived near to Burr's residence. He delivered newspapers near Burr's house, and at the Burr home was very close to one of Bundy's earlier childhood homes where his favorite great-uncle lived. A size 6 shoe imprint was found outside the open living room window. Some investigators believed this was consistent with a teenage perpetrator. After corresponding with Bundy prior to his 1989 execution, Burr's parents publicly stated that based on circumstantial evidence, they believed their daughter's remains may have been buried on the University of Puget Sound campus. In 2011, forensic testing of material evidence from the Burr crime scene yielded insufficient intact DNA sequences for comparison with Bundy's. Anne Marie Burr has been missing for 51 years. As of 2019, her whereabouts remain unknown. Number 2. Jim Sullivan. James Anthony Sullivan, born August 13, 1940, disappeared March 6, 1975. He was an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist who released 2 albums before he disappeared without a trace in New Mexico. Sullivan left Los Angeles on March 4, 1975 to drive to Nashville alone in his Volkswagen Beetle. The next day, after being cautioned by a highway patrol officer regarding his driving, he checked into the L.A. Mesa Hotel in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. Later reports suggest he did not sleep there and left his key inside the room and thought he bought vodka at the town store. He was seen the following day about 26 miles away at a remote ranch owned by the Gennady family. His car was later found abandoned at the ranch, and he was reportedly last seen walking away from it. The car contained Sullivan's money, papers, guitar, clothes, and a box of his unsold records. He was never seen again, and reports have variously attributed his disappearance to being murdered, becoming disoriented or lost, or particularly in the light of the title of his first album, Alien Abduction. Search parties failed to find any trace of him. A decomposed body resembling Sullivan was later found in a remote area several miles away, but was determined not to be his. And there you have it. 2 people who seemingly vanished without a trace. Until next time, stay creepy.